Hey, my Blotto dudes, how are you doing this evening? What's up?
Hey, Tommy.
Oh my God.
Tommy.
I know I sound excited. I'm also nervous because I'm about to present you with something.
Well,
I've been hiding a little from you guys. I'm sorry. Little side project I've been working on. It's for the Blotto Kingdom. First of all, I want you to know that
Right.
this is not me going off solo, which producers have told me I should do, but it is
Wait, which
more
producers?
about like just trying to expand things. And so kind of went out and have been working on this little pet project that I think we can roll into Blotto Beatles, whether it's parts of episodes or it's kind of like a side project, or maybe it's the thing that makes us the millions on the Patreon. I think it's going to be something. And Scotty, I didn't even tell you about this, but I think you're going to be impressed with my production value here. I've been working really hard to equal Scotty C-level production.
I believe it.
And I know you guys have said our intros should be shorter, and I've really considered that, and this is not one of those times. This is not one of those times when the intro is going to be shorter. But the good news is that I think what we have on our hands,
It's a Blotto Beatles exclusive.
Whoa. Wah, wah, wah.
I'm intrigued.
all right. Are you ready to hear my new little pet project here?
I want to hear this big time.
Here we go. Unsung heroes of the Beatles with Tommy. Hey everybody, it's Tommy here from Blotto Beatles with a new segment we are calling Unsung Heroes of the Beatles featuring Tommy. I'm going to get right into it. I'm so excited. I'm just absolutely chuffed to welcome today's guest. He's truly is an unsung hero, but someone that has played such an important role in Beatles history. I'm just going to bring him right on here. We've got an all-star with us tonight, the photographer of those Swedish Beatles records, and a man who my research has told me spent a little time with the Beatles when he first met them in Hamburg. I'd like to welcome Mr. Jörg Fjord, but Jorgensen?
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. It's Bjorgensen.
Oh, Bjorgensen.
Jörg Fjord Bjorgensen, yeah.
Welcome to Unsung Heroes of the Beatles featuring Tommy.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much. Now, so my understanding, sir, is we're just going to start at the beginning. Is it true you met the Beatles when they were just young guns in Hamburg?
Yeah, that's right. I met them way back before the Fab Four were known around the world. And they were just four lovable boys who really seemed so very photogenic to me, and I could not wait to snap a couple pictures. They were frightfully polite and friendly. I remember when I first met them, I shook their hands, and the drummer said, "Hello, my name is Richard. Pleasure to meet you." And I noticed all the rings on his fingers, except one finger was bare. And I said, "Oh, where did your ring go?" And he said, "Oh, I love that." And so it stuck,
Oh, wow. I've never heard that story before. And that is why we're doing this. This is to really uncover that untold history of the Beatles. You
That's right.
trademarked Ringo's name.
Well, I just thought of it. I said, "Hey, where did your ring go?" And he said, "Oh, that's terrific."
Oh, wow, Jörg.
Yeah, and that's totally true.
Wow. Totally true. Unbelievable. And so getting into your later career, you moved back to Sweden, is my understanding. And then as the Beatles were gaining popularity, the Swedish record labels were releasing their own versions of Beatles, the Beatles albums. And so you had one record, is it pronounced Hej Beatles? Is that?
Hi Beatles. Yeah.
Oh, Hi Beatles. Okay.
Hi
And then,
Beatles is such a classic.
yeah, God Morgan Beatles. Is that?
Good Morgan Beatles.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Skull Beatles as well. These are all
Skull
records.
Beatles. Yeah, that's a classic.
All
Yeah,
records that
that's
you had a part in. You were the photographer. You met back with the Fab Four and took those pictures of the covers. Wow.
Yeah,
Now-
I had lots of great ideas. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to bring up a sore subject,
Mm.
but I've been digging in. I took a trip to Sweden. I found, in the bins, got my own copies of these records. I have to say, they're beautiful work by you. Unbelievable imagery. But my research has said that there might be some bad blood between you and some of the other Beatles photographers who've maybe gotten more of a shine. One story in
Yeah.
particular, and tell me if I'm pushing too much here. There's the famed story of the U.S. Butcher cover from Yesterday and Today, that Beatles record. The picture of the Beatles with the baby dolls and the meat, and they're wearing butcher coats, and taken by Robert Whittaker, who's
Robert Whittaker. Don't even mention that bastard's name.
sorry, but
He's terrible. He stole my ideas. The Butcher cover, so stupid.
So having these records myself now, I can absolutely see why you're upset, sir, because I do see some of your inspiration, your artwork that brought someone like Whittaker to his imagery. So, for instance, if we just look at the first one, Hi Beatles, right, and that is the famed dentist cover. That's what they call it in Sweden.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Hi Beatles is a classic. It's half Abbey Road and half Rubber Soul. And so naturally, we thought, let's make the boys dentists. And we had them in the white coats with the thing on the forehead and the light, and they surrounded by dead hygienists.
Wow.
And I gave the boys those little wind-up chuckle teeth, that they walk across the table. It's so cute.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that
was
spooky, but
classic.
Yeah, a little spooky, but cute as well. Like that balance is what I find in your work, cute and spooky.
Yeah.
And then if we move forward a bit, Good Morgan Beatles was the next album that you took a picture of, and they call that the referee cover. Is that correct?
Yeah, Good Morgan Beatles. Yeah, that was the referee cover where the boys are all wearing the stripes. They had the little whistles, and they're surrounded by dead footballers.
Wow.
Yeah, just soccer player parts everywhere.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
And finally, I think maybe a little less known, and I'm not sure why, because I have this album in just stark imagery, sir, is Skull Beatles, right? And they call that the Mortician's cover. Is that correct?
That's right. Skull Beatles, another classic. It's half meets the Beatles and half outtakes from the Yellow Submarine movie. So it's a total classic. And so naturally we thought, let's get morbid. And we decided to take it all the way to the extreme. And we said, the Mortician cover, let's have them surrounded by dead people. Just chopped up body parts. Yes.
Wow. Amazing, sir. I mean, I can't thank you enough for joining us, especially on our first version of this segment, and just wanted to leave you with a second before we sign off here. Is there anything you'd like to leave us with? Any questions you have, or any comments about your time with the Fab Four?
Yeah, you said you could introduce me to Paul. I haven't seen him since Hamburg, so it would be nice to catch up.
Yeah, I said I have a friend named Paul. It's not McCartney. I'm sorry you thought.
Oh, well, it's fine. I suppose you could introduce me to him.
Once again, Jörg Fjord, but Jorgensen.
Bjorgensen.
Fjord
Jorgensen. It's not that hard.
Rolls off the tongue. Thank you so much for joining us and for your part in Beatles history.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
New segment, boys. What do you think?
Wow.
Wow.
so much information.
Yeah.
So much.
Oh my.
Tommy, cheers. We've got jokes within jokes here. I'm really worried about this edit tonight. But,
Yeah, we're fucked. Yeah.
should we let everyone know that we're already in arrears?
Is
might be clear.
recorded?
It's definitely that. And it's edited in that.
Do we have the clip that says
This is
There it
AI
is.
Ringo
There
Starr
it
here to
is.
tell you with peace and love that this Blotto Beatles intro was recorded.
Show me the money!
Yeah, that first seltzer joke is going to be hilarious to you 20 minutes from now.
Yeah, just
2
think about
hours and 20
think about
minutes.
the time. We have smart listeners. I feel like they can work on the timeline. So
It's like an episode of Lost. Like, who knows what's first, what's last?
even this intro, I don't know how to do anymore. Tommy, are you good? Are you good?
I'm
you had
great, man.
Had a week, you know.
Yeah. It's been a work week, and it's one of those weeks that felt like 6 days was stuffed into 5 somehow. But it's been,
You're going at
as
it
we
8
know,
days a week. I hear.
yeah,
That's like a Ringoism or something right there, Tommy.
yeah,
6
but,
days stuffed into 5.
right? Yeah, that's when he was a sausage maker, I think. But it's been just awesome hanging out with you guys tonight and doing this episode. And that was another episode of Blotto Beatles. Thank you so much for
peace
joining
and
us.
love.
Peace and love.
That's not how you intro.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're in
my
the right.
goodness.
Sorry. Okay.
Welcome back to Blotto Beatles, celebrated the world over as the leading ale-addled academics of Beatles broadcasting. I'm Becker, and this is episode 94, where the podcast where a couple of friends have a couple of drinks and come together to discuss and rank a single Beatles song. This must happen to you, Tommy, all the time. I get stopped on the street, and people ask me, how can I get a Blotto Beatles t-shirt? And I say, well, you can just go to blottobeatles.com. But I'm kidding. People stop me on the street and for real, and they say, how many blottos does it take to make a Beatles podcast? And I think we're going to find out tonight because we are chocked full. And let's get them all together because we've got
Here we are.
the guy that makes sure I don't sound like I'm broadcasting from the bottom of a pint glass. He's the George Martin of New England. That's executive producer Scotty. See what's happening, my friend?
Just about almost nothing.
That feels about
Scotty
right.
is wearing an empty box of Sun Cruisers
Yeah.
on his head for the listening audience.
We have had an episode.
Yeah.
And as always, our secret weapon, Senior Director of Sonic Strategies, that B always stands for... Wait, hold on. And as always, our secret weapon, Senior Director of Sonic Strategies, RB. That B always stands for Beatles, but tonight it stands for Ba-dum, because that's the sound of a banging
Don't do
big
it.
drum.
Don't say it.
And we'll
Say
tell
it
you
is
about
what
that
it is.
a little
Big
bit
kettle
later.
I like that.
So, is everybody good? Because I'm really good.
I'm great, man.
Yeah.
We have
I'm
a
good.
guest on the line. They're calling long distance, and I feel like they can mix it up for the upfront, and I sort of think we should just get right down
Yeah.
to it.
Just dive
They're
in.
long distance and like out of time zones that I can't even do math for. Yeah.
So, without much further ado,
Yeah, Scotty, put in a good sound right here.
yeah, put in the
Let's all do our best flashback sounds
the no.
at once.
I was thinking the no whammies sound is what you were doing. Like
All right, everyone do at once a sound that you think should transition us to this part of the episode, and together we're gonna make magic right now. I'm gonna count us off. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This man truly needs no introduction, but I'm going to try anyway. People often make a fuss about who the fifth Beatle truly is, but if there was like an eighth or ninth Blotto, it would surely be this man. Some call him a political scientist, and others a political terrorist, but I know him as one of the funnier, honest, and sincere podcasters in the Beatles game. Please welcome friend and fellow podcaster Sam Wiles back to the program.
Oh, Sam, welcome back. What time is it there, Sam?
It is 20 to 2 in the morning.
Here we go.
And I can't believe I've just been called a political terrorist in the current climate.
Paul,
I hadn't thought about that.
political.
Political.
Oh.
What's
How
going
are you?
on, Sam?
I'm glad to be back on Dean Martin's favourite Beatles podcast. Yeah.
It is about
yeah.
our age demographic that we hit, so thank you.
How
100%.
I don't want to say how's it going. How's your Beatles life going these days?
Yeah, I'm just kind of overwhelmed by all the products that I'm
Oh.
like not intending to buy it. That's
I
coming
know.
out.
I have
Yeah.
that on my list right now, actually.
Like I feel like I've crossed over to like the event horizon, like that like the Zen knowledge of I will never own all of it, so why bother trying? You know, just cut to me as the star child in 2001: A Space Odyssey, surrounded by archive edition vinyls.
No
orbiting me.
spoilers, please. I haven't seen that movie.
I do. I have that in mind. I believe the Beatles would like us to spend, or their estates would like us to spend about $1,400 in vinyl purchases between now and the end of the year. Sort of is what I'm roughly tallying with Anthology, that Wings box, the John Lennon Power to the
oh my god
the Power to the People Lennon box. I'm like, what is going? They can't coordinate this. It used to be every Christmas we had to make one decision on sort of what Beatle-y thing to buy, and now they're like, take all of these, you know, and I can't do it.
It's like the
Ringo's got a new
Marvel
album
movies.
coming as well.
Yeah, it's like the Marvel movies. They're gonna find out they oversaturated the market. They're gonna pull back. All of a sudden, we're gonna be begging for a new Beatles box next year, and they're gonna be withholding. You know,
Oh yeah,
that's the way these things go.
Then they're
Is
going
that
to have
how it
Pedro
works?
Pascal play John Lennon.
Pedro Pascal is John Lennon. I'm in. Take my money. Take all my money right now.
I mean, John had a lot of anxiety and was quite touchy, so yeah, it definitely could work.
Sam, how are you feeling about Anthology coming back around? Because we are a little bit older than you, but it must be pretty cool to get this in.
Well,
as a
it's
release?
funny. I've been going over Anthology on my Instagram page. I've been doing the McCartney minute, so just every instance McCartney's on screen, I'll just edit it all together and break it down into minute chunks.
Wait,
and
you're editing a McCartney-only Anthology video? Is that what you just told us?
yes, and well, so I'm doing it in minute chunks, and eventually, when I'm done, there'll be just a super cut of every McCartney moment. You know, just the important stuff that you need to remember.
Fire, boat,
Yeah.
fire, yeah.
No, she's just literally a man scratching his nose for 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. My God, the amount that man says in that documentary is absolutely unreal. Just do another take. Just do another take.
I heard that's why they deployed Mal, was just to clean that up.
Yeah, just removes all the instances of Paul swearing with his middle finger.
Putting
as
his
well.
middle finger up to press, yeah.
But while I've been editing these videos, it's become staggeringly clear to me that this was made very pre-internet. Like, I don't give a shit about these live performances that I can access now with the click of a button. I want more information. And knowing what I know now, there's a dearth of information missing from the documentary. I'm like, oh, well, do we need this second performance of She Loves You? Couldn't we have just... yeah, I'm not particularly excited about Anthology. The new episode is not going to be good. It's just not. It's all going to be Friar Park stuff. So it's all just going to be the three grey Beatles sitting around clapping, doing Blue Moon of Kentucky. It's not going to be an extra deep dive into all the bits they missed out from before, or maybe a retrospective on what we've learned since. I'd be more interested in that. The disc of new content, again, not particularly exciting. It's no different than the Red and Blue album that just came out last year or the year before. I lose track, where it more exists. Right? Yeah, and it was a fine release, but it exists more as like an apology to kind of right the wrongs of the past. And this exists. This Anthology 4 is coming out because people like us have been bitching on podcasts and on blogs and in comment sections since 1993. And well, they're now perfectly able to drip feed us this content. It's not the last Anthology box set in my lifetime. Let's not make any bones about that. We still haven't scraped the bottom of the barrel, like George said. But we'll get there one day.
I love hanging out with you for the honest takes, because I feel I am happy to see it looking really good. That, you know, like as being up-res and being in 4K and accessible. I'm happy about it, and I think exactly what you said is how we absorbed it sort of pre-internet world, it was like Bible when it came out, right? It was like, oh, we haven't seen a lot of this stuff. We haven't heard this. And then now it does seem like they're just behind. I feel like all these bands that gave us their archives like in the 90s are like, oh, we fucked up. We should have waited a little while and then had all this technology and this way to like peter it out and give it to people a little bit differently, you know? So
You know what? Maybe this reference will appeal to your age demo, but you know when they re-released The Exorcist as the scariest movie ever made into cinemas, and people went back and watched it, and then they laughed. And that's because we've moved on so much culturally, and like media literacy had grown so much by that point. I'm worried that exposing the TikTok generation to the Beatles anthology is not going to be as well received as things like Beatles 64 or Get Back, that kind of thing. That's been more modernized, I guess. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Are they? I haven't done a deep dive into press releases on I've read more about the record releases, the audio stuff. I haven't looked at the episode stuff. Are they just upscaling the original episodes, or are they recutting stuff at all in those episodes, or is the only recutting or only new material what's being added to the very end?
So from what I know, they're just upgrading the first 7 episodes, and they're adding an 8th episode of all the unused Fry Park stuff, which doesn't sound particularly interesting to me. I've like a brand new one, with old Paul and old Ringo, maybe talking about the original one. Yeah, it took us 7 years to get the book out. Wasn't that mental?
For you listeners, Sam is again scratching his nose as he does a Paul McCartney impression. It's part of it. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on the anthology. I'm happy to see it. We're gonna watch it. I assume we're gonna do some episodes about it. I assume we're gonna invite you, Sam, to come.
Oh,
talk
we'll
about
make
it.
content.
I know you're gonna watch it
on it. Yeah,
but
I'm hopeful.
Yeah, I'm
optimistic.
There's a nice nostalgia about it that I'm ready to get back into. I haven't watched it in its entirety since it came out, like live in the moment.
Same.
It was. As we said back in the day, it was must-see TV.
Oh, you've never, since it originally came out, I didn't watch it when it was originally on TV.
I watched it on VHS. Sorry. I got it on VHS tapes again after that, and I watched it on the VHS tapes. And then whenever I never bought it on DVD. I don't.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's when I really
Tommy's.
dove in. Yeah, the DVDs for me were the.
But I haven't seen it since then. Maybe it wasn't.
I'll occasionally still throw it on. Usually the White Album episode, which I feel like is interminably short compared to some of the other sections of the thing, but
no, like the entire anthology feels like a student project where they've spent like months and months and months on the opening like 30%, and then they get through and it's like, oh, episode 7, we're still in Hamburg. It's like, oh shit.
They're literally saying it. Rubber Stone Revolver were just kind of the same record, and
oh my god, yeah,
that's like when we were doing our trying to describe the Beatles in 30 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, we
just had to like at the very end, you're just like and blah 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 blah, and they're the biggest thing in the world, and they broke up, and they're blah.
And John died.
Yeah,
the end.
Yeah,
the end.
I had a.
Go ahead.
I have a funny. And I want to be sensitive about this because I'm not sure how to say it or at all, but I want to sort of get it on the podcast because it was kind of a unique thing. But I happen to have a friend who came into very close contact with Mark David Chapman in the last couple of weeks.
Oh,
and happened to be.
So this is a felon. Your friend's a felon. Okay, yeah.
He was in Mark David Chapman's jail cell. And he says it's still covered in Lennon images. And he thought to himself, this is my only chance that I'm ever going to be with this guy. And he said, hey, why did you kill John Lennon? And Mark David Chapman said to him, because I'm a better...
Mark David Chapman said, allegedly.
Allegedly. This whole story. This is a great dream I had. And Mark David Chapman said to him, because I'm a better musician. That he said this in like within the last couple of weeks that this is still where his head is at.
That is wild.
Wow.
And I was talking to this acquaintance, and I was like, "Can I talk about this?" He's like, "I think so." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and talk around it." So
Yeah,
Well,
I
David
would have.
Chapman created the hot take.
I would have thought by now, like, I mean, it's clearly mental illness, right? But I would have thought he would have had repentance of some sort, or or regret or anything. But
I think when he goes in front of the parole board, he seems to, but
Yeah.
it still seems that it's part of his life. I don't know.
Wow.
The whole Mark David Chapman conspiracy, it reminds me of, that classic story where it's like the Americans spent $4 billion to create a pen that would work in zero gravity in space, but the Russians used a pencil. And it's
Yeah.
like, if the American government wanted to assassinate John Lennon, they'd just walk up to him with a pointy stick and stab him. Like, you don't
Yeah.
need to like create a CIA clone, interdimensional alien CIA op thing to do this. Just walk up to him with the secret police, take him to a facility, and John Lennon's gone. It seems like a lot of steps to get rid of a singer. You know what I
well,
mean?
to your point, Sam, I think if I remember correctly, like right before John Lennon was murdered, he was headed to a party, and the difference in Russia would be the party come to you.
Oh,
Damn.
my God.
Damn.
Oh,
Wow. So that's my Mark David Chapman chat. see if that makes the episode. I don't know. I'd say
Mark David
Wait, you guys don't like
Chat.
Yakov Smirnoff?
yeah, and that's another section of Mark David chat.
David
dude.
Chapman.
Chad. All right, it's
Mark
back.
David-
We're back.
Welcome back to David Chapman. I'm Mark David Chapman from my prison cell, and I'm interviewing Dua Lipa today.
What if
First
that
of
was
all,
the
I'm a
name?
better musician than you do, Lipa.
Can we get
what if-
Nardwar to interview Mark David Chapman?
What if that's what we called our podcast? Was Mark David Chapman,
Chad.
the newest Beatles podcast? That's really good.
And we start by saying, "Hey, chat, man."
Yeah.
You
My God.
Becker,
I'm like,
I-
I don't want any phonies listening to this show. I don't want any phonies. Okay.
I don't want our hilarious jokes to get in the way of the fact that is a bananas story.
Yeah,
Like,
I felt pretty bananas about it.
That
feel
is like-
I'm not doing it justice.
Yeah.
but no, that is truth being stranger than fiction in and of its
No,
right.
but
right
is that
there.
him doing the, when Dharma would like put ketchup on like chicken legs and go, "Rah, rah, rah," in front of, is that him doing that? Like he's trolling a Beatles fan for more
Yeah.
infamy? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure. And then
Anyway.
lastly, the fall is upon us.
Yes.
People are leaf peeping. Do you guys leaf peep in the UK, Sam? Have you ever done this? Do you know about
I've been
this?
convicted of it twice.
Leaf peeping Tom.
Where RB lives, like RB gets infiltrated with leaf peepers. Like people travel to see the leaves change colors,
Yeah.
which
They're beautiful.
I get it, but I've never totally got it. Like the leaves change colors where you live, Scotty.
Yeah, but have you ever gone to Vermont to do it on weed?
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool there too.
Oh, I've missed you guys. I've missed you guys.
And I see a lot on socials right now where everyone as sort of everyone that wears the Beatles as the aesthetic Beatles is saying that Rubber Soul is like the fall Beatles album. And I don't know if that's musicality wise or if it's just because like
It's the color
there's
scheme.
foliage on the
of
cover and they're
cover.
wearing turtlenecks
Yeah.
and brown jackets, but everyone says that that's a real fall Beatles vibe. Norwegian
say-
Wood, he starts that
Yeah.
fire. That's how I feel about the fall. I like a little bit of a
Yeah.
fire, but I was wondering if you guys feel.
I would say
Feel the same about that.
if I have to pick a fall Beatles record, it would either be that or Let It Be.
No,
Okay.
Let It Be is the winter of discontent.
See, I'm feeling like the White Album is the winter record to me.
because it's white.
Yeah, it feels like snow. Whoa.
And it's long, and the winters are long.
It is correct. Yep.
Hashtag White Album so white. Yeah.
What's the summer beat? What's the feel good hit of the summer?
That is gonna be Hard Day's Night.
No, it's Pepper.
You think it's Pepper?
Summer of Love. It's the Summer of Love.
Okay. So, well, we got a couple options for each season, I think.
What is spring? What is the newborn Beatles
What are
album?
we talking about here? What are we doing?
I was really just talking about the autumnal
Sam,
vibes.
Let us cook.
A little to talk about.
Let us cook. Let us cook. That's what we do.
We're grooving,
Oh
man.
my god!
Dude, I was trying to get to
What song?
Spring's Revolver. Spring's Revolver.
autumnal vibes of.
No, I think A Hard Day's Night is definitely a Taurus album, but the White Albums are definitely Capricorn. So yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that for sure.
I'm not an astronomist, so I don't know.
Well, Sam, what's important in your Beatles world? Is Paul living up to all your expectations? He's showing up at Metallica concerts in the Hamptons. Like he continues to Paul everywhere he goes. He was out at Oasis. He makes the scene. I don't know what he's doing.
With a margarita
He shouldn't
in
be getting in
hand at
planes
every
this
event.
much. Why is he in so many planes? If I was Paul, I would be much more sedentary. I wouldn't be going anywhere. I'd be making
when
people
you're in a
come to
band
me.
called Wings, though, you know.
Fair. Wrote a song called Blackbird.
I would be
Yeah.
I would be ordering Metallica in.
Jet.
Be like, oh, why don't you just bring Metallica by?
Yeah.
No, there's that classic line from I believe it's the '76 documentary about Wings over the world, and Paul's like, I was talking to some guy saying I'm going back on the road, and the guy said to me, "Man, if I was Paul McCartney, I'd buy the road."
Yeah, I feel this. I completely feel this. But I don't know. I don't even have it.
I'm happy that with every passing day that Paul doesn't announce another project and the fans are just left more on tender hooks.
That is a real good point, because we do have Ringo, who just opened an art show, right, in Las Vegas that's being plastered everywhere. Do you guys know about this? The Star Art
Is
show?
this your intro?
No, this is not
Are you
this is for
are you doing a bit?
This is for real. It's from September 5th to October 15th. Here's just a couple sentences from the press release. The exhibit marks the first time Star will present original paintings alongside limited edition signed works. So it's just paintings Ringo did and then like a signed album cover next to it.
I'm just picturing George Bush's art.
And then
I
do like this. All sales benefit the Lotus Foundation, which is Star's charity that supports charitable organizations. Which I'm sure is great. It's spread out.
I'm sure he's doing a lot of good. I'm sure he's doing a lot of good with it.
But it does sound like the Human Fund a little bit.
That's great. That's so good.
I
have a charity. What does it do? It supports charitable organizations.
Like you do.
So Ringo, what does it do? Oh, it's a charity that helps charitable organizations. Like he's just out of it. He doesn't know what he's saying anymore. Yeah.
It sells it kind of. You're like, oh, all right, cool. You know, I believe in that. That's still not getting me to Vegas for anything Beatle-y, but
I mean,
so that's
if
we
you
missed
have
love.
the time and the money to go see a Ringo art show, then more power to you. But if you want me to sit here right now and even feign interest, you've got another thing coming.
And Sam, what's going on with your programming?
Yeah, I've been expanding into the world of social media brain rot content, and after
Good
doing
for
10
you.
years of Paul or Nothing and having a couple of thousand listeners an episode and a couple of thousand followers here and then on social media, I suddenly start making stupid memes, and now my followers quadruple overnight. It's very depressing. It really is.
Brain
but
rot's a real
also-
thing, though. Yeah.
yeah. Like, and that's what's led me to like start stripping on camera, because I need the gram, I need the followers, I need the shares, and I've got to start.
But what's the perfect 4th of July Beatles album? You know, like what's really getting the essence of the Beatles?
Perfect Sunday morning Beatles song. Yeah.
Two of us.
Well, I'm actually currently working on getting a local radio job, doing a Beatles hour.
Oh, nice.
Great,
Yeah.
man.
In my for Black Country Radio, it'll be the 11 p.m. slot, and I'm thinking of calling it a Hard Day's Nightcap.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
And it writing an hour of Beatle content after doing 10 years of a Paul McCartney podcast, I'm not gonna lie, is the easiest thing ever. I don't know how can radio hosts not fill an hour. I honestly don't understand it. Like, if you're passionate about something, you should be able to fill an hour very easily. And what are we at now? 4 hours, and we've not even spoken about the song yet.
Yeah.
Consummate professionals.
You
Yeah,
used to
we
play
have
music
a year.
too?
We have a year of radio show on the cutting room floor. I think, Scotty. Right? You could.
Oh,
Could
God,
make
yeah.
something happen.
Sam, are you going to spin tunes?
Yeah.
Sam, you'll spin tunes too? Or are you just going to talk?
I'll be
and
spinning
discuss?
tunes, yes,
Yeah,
to eat
sweet.
up a
Are
good
you-
45% of that runtime.
Are you going to take callers?
At 11 o'clock
Yeah.
in England on a
Yeah.
Friday
Yeah,
night?
but we'll be up. Yeah.
But hey, Jude, I'm going to vote reform. Yeah. No, definitely
We
not.
have we have phones where we live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to call in.
It'll be like right after work for us. Yeah.
And I'm succinct and to the point. So,
I am not going to be actually recording them at 11 o'clock. I'll be banking them on a Monday morning.
Or-
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
I'll
right.
call in then. That's fine. Just give me the number.
Just give me the
Well,
damn
no,
number.
The goal for me is how many unreleased tracks can I play on public radio before MPL sends a cease and desist letter? That is the real, like, just straight away, Cage, Water Spout, just every unreleased track possible. And then maybe that will coax McCartney into realizing that I exist. I think that's the best way of going about it.
I'm really seeing the pathway of your vision of
Yeah.
this
It's no
radio
fail.
hour.
Yeah.
Where
No,
they're
but,
like,
spelling
when is he
my
gonna play
email
She
address-
Loves You.
Spelling my email address in feces outside of NPL offices didn't work, so I'm going to have to try other tactics. You know what I mean?
Well, you should have a drink, Sam.
Yes,
And
maybe someone
speaking
should
of
ask me.
drinks, speaking of drinks, we're not just a podcast that has a clear focus on the Beatles, Becker. Is that right?
Oh yeah, not at all.
No, we also come together. We have a couple drinks. We talk about a single Beatles song, and we like to quickly go around, tell you what we are having tonight. I bought a bottle of bourbon today, and then I got home and realized it was 80 degrees outside, and it felt weird to pour a glass of bourbon. So I made a quick pivot, and I'm having some dirty vodka on the rocks to fuel the beginning of this evening. Some vodka with a little olive juice in there. Got a cooler full of beers next to me. Right now, I don't have it. I'm all out of the Devil's Purse Handline Kolsch, the official beer of Blotto Beatles. So I got to get down to the Devil's Purse Brewery, hang out with Tim, grab me a few cases of beers, deliver them to you boys, and get back on that train. But for tonight, it's just some rando beers. Nothing as good as the official. Becker, what do you got in your cups tonight?
I did go straight bourbon. At my house, it was cool enough to be drinking. Some friends gifted me a very nice bottle of Blood Oath, which is a pricey bourbon that I would never buy for myself. And then I've just got a bunch of some local pilsners that I've been enjoying. So looking forward to continuing that forward with you guys.
Excellent. RB, we haven't heard much from you this evening. What do you got in the cups?
I started off with a margarita that I put a little fresh squeezed grapefruit juice in.
Squeezing over there?
I'm squeezing. And
Peeping and squeezing.
peeping and squeezing.
Peeping.
Tell me how you
Squeezing.
squeezed it.
And
Tell
squeezing.
me. Tell me how you squeezed
And
it.
I've got the Kolsch from Lawson's over here.
I didn't know they made
not-
The unofficial.
The red
Unofficial.
can. Yeah.
The red can.
Red means no.
Yeah, don't drink it.
Stop drinking that.
Yeah, that's more of that red can's more of like a summer vibe where the Devil's Purse, the white can it's autumnal,
Definitely
it's
a-
fall.
It's a white can. It's a winter can.
Yeah. Scotty C, what are you drinking tonight? I got to guess.
Yeah, I'm back with my my Sun Cruise, and even though it's not necessarily the summer anymore, but
You're still
they go down easy.
Feels like it on Cape Cod tonight, man. Summer poked back
It was
out
warm.
its head
Yeah,
today.
it was. That's why I got no
And
sleep.
humid
man.
as well. It was pretty
It was
humid out
it
there.
was humid. Yeah, yeah.
Sam, I imagine as you're putting on your stocking cap right now, lighting your candle and preparing for bed, you're probably just pouring a tall glass of NyQuil.
Or milk.
But what do you have in your cups right now?
So there is a very cheap whiskey brand here in the UK called Bell's, and I'm drinking that from a Bacardi rum glass because I have no class whatsoever. I've also got a bit of a little bit of Kronenberg on the side as well, but that's just because that was on offer with my staff loyalty card at that particular time. There is no rhyme or reason to this. This is what was the highest alcohol content per pound that I could possibly get at that particular moment because it's a special occasion.
You said that you were drinking whiskey. Am I right? Out of a Bacardi rum glass?
Yes,
but with the color, the color looks like what I would describe as ecto cooler from the Ghostbusters movies. What's going on there? That's a green drink.
I have to stay up, so there is an unbranded energy drink.
Yes. Oh, you are such a monster of podcasting, Sam.
Energy.
You're relentless. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
What would you call a Beatles
energy
drink? Yeah.
Ooh, now that's a proper question. We're back on track.
Finally. Yeah.
It's all too much.
Here comes the fun.
Sea of Monster. Yeah, maybe.
See, this is why it doesn't work.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I got nothing. Anyone else? No, Scotty. What's your Beatles?
Red
too.
Album Bull.
And
no, wait. Like, just smash it to us now. All going.
Oh yeah, this is all going to get edited together.
Monster Majesty.
Oh no.
Hey, so that's
we'll just call it Within You, Without You. It's an esoteric name. Yeah. The youth love it.
So that is what we're drinking tonight, and I think we've been really efficient here in getting through this part of the podcast, and it's probably time to get into this week's track. Scotty C, what do you got on the docket for us?
All right, we're going to get into Every Little Thing off Beatles for Sale.
Does is magic.
What's magic?
Every little thing she does. That's what we're doing, right? Every little thing.
Yeah,
she
it's
does
exactly the song. You know I guess you
Love
don't really
that.
well.
Featuring Sting.
I have to look at the lyric sheet, but you know it by heart.
Yep.
Every Little Thing, cute little song, beautiful, thing to it, and John sings it, but I guess Paul
Helter Seltzer.
Yeah.
I did look at the list of Beatles songs. I needed to be kicked.
That is a winner.
Sorry.
No, don't you dare be
It
sorry
just
for
bothered me. It's like an unresolved.
I guess we have to keep that bit in the episode now.
I know. But we don't have to.
Sorry.
Scotty can do a complete retake right now as backup. Go.
So we're going to get into Every Little Thing.
She does his magic.
Yeah, Tommy, that song.
Featuring Sting.
First take geniuses.
Oh,
man. Anyways, yeah, this song, John sings it, but Paul it's got Paul vibes. I guess he kind of, was the main driving force writing it. And John also plays the sort of lead stuff, the electric 12-string, and that's cool. Always when you hear him switch stuff up, they're so cool like that. I think it's a little underrated, maybe at this point, but that they could just switch it up. Whether who's playing lead, who's playing rhythm, if they're playing other instruments and grabbing stuff out of closet. I don't know. I just don't hear about that stuff so much anymore, or even from other bands in the time. So I always love that too. But let's give it a listen. We've been back and forth trying to get an episode down at all. This song's been on the list for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we're finally getting to it. And I'd love to listen to it, and we'll give Sam his he'll get first stab at it.
Yeah. So yeah, let's hit pause for a second. We're gonna pause our own recording here. We're gonna listen back to Every Little Thing by the Beatles from Beatles for Sale. Whether you are putting on a piece of vinyl, going to a streaming service, we encourage you to hit pause on the podcast as well. And we'll see you back here in a few minutes for some first takes here. Hot ones.
I remember the first time I was lonely without her. Can't stop thinking about her now. Every little thing she does for me, yeah. And you know the things she does for me.
Sam, I know this wasn't necessarily one you had picked, but you wanted to come back on. We love having you. We just want to give you first shot here. What's your vibe on Every Little Thing?
That little phrase, that little 2-note bum bum right after the title phrase, might be literally the best moment on the entire album. They just like sonically. Well, first of all, can we just, as a fandom, reassess Beatles for Sale a bit? Because collectively, we all moved past Sergeant Pepper's the best, and we're now at a place where it either Revolver's the best, or better yet, everyone has their own opinion, and that's a really good place for the fandom. But the whole Beatles for Sale is the worst album. It's bad. They look tired. Shut the fuck. I don't give it. Well, whatever. It's a really beautiful album. Rather like if someone says that, George Martin didn't produce Let It Be. If you hadn't have told me, I wouldn't have known. And if no one had told me that this is supposedly the worst album, there was nothing in my core that would say that Beatles for Sale is the worst Beatles album. It's the one where they put in the least effort.
Yeah, it's the one with the most covers on it. Like that they didn't.
Well,
less original material.
It's not Paul
right?
doing all those covers. Paul just like one, but he makes it interesting by making it a medley. So even there, but that brings me to my next point. This is Paul's album. He has like 3 leads on it, and they're all the best tracks on the album. Rather like A Hard Day's Night. Discuss.
Well, I feel like we've already been like Paul-filtrated, for this episode. But I had that in my thoughts about going back to Beatles for Sale a little bit, because everyone's always like, oh, this deserves a little bit more of a re-examination and all of that, and I'm generally fine with that. Every time we go back to these tracks, I'm finding one or two that I'm like, oh, all right, there is something here that I've been overlooking for a long time. But like one of the albums has to be the worst, Sam, right? Like there has to be one that we're like, all right, it's not number one, and this one happens to have the middle ground of them still being artists or coming into being artists, and then everything that came after it. And so I feel like it gets some grief mostly because of where it sits,
I would go out on a limb and say I would prefer to listen to Beatles for Sale over Please Please Me.
Over With the Beatles as well?
Yeah. I would have a hard time with the Beatles.
You have a hard day's night doing that.
But yeah, I think my re-examination in doing the podcast is more about, Please Please Me not being as cool as I originally thought it was. And not like I love the songs on it. None of this is ever saying the Beatles are bad. But Becker, to your point, something's got to be the worst. And yeah, I think that might be the one for me over this. I think the way this record starts is No Reply, I'm a Loser. And then, Babies in Black on its own is not my favorite Beatles song, but in the context as with those 3, that's a melancholic statement of a band being, that's a sad band right now. and I like that. I like that searching in a new emotion of the Beatles. That is uncharted territory for them at this time.
The difference for me is Paul's expanding his horizon. He's going back and finishing off old songs. I'll Follow the Sun. He's got something like Every Little Thing. Oh, this will be the new single, but it's not, and yet it's still that quality. And then you've got like What You're Doing, which is another like complete cold cut of the Beatles catalog that is really underrated. Oh, and John's just copying Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
That's it.
But-
Like, sorry, that's just not as interesting as what Paul's doing on this record. You know, it's great for a Beatles biographer to have the hook of Dylan for this particular chapter because you can write loads about Dylan here and really fill it out. But it's not particularly interesting. Oh, John listened to Bob Dylan and wrote things a bit like him. Cool. I think things like Everybody's Trying to Be My Baby or I Don't Want to Spoil the Party is more interesting than those two opening songs in a kind of academic sense, if you understand what I mean by that.
I do. I don't see No Reply as a Dylan song at all. You know, I think it's another look. It's a Beatles pop song with through like a fractured lens a bit. You know,
it's borderline a pastiche of Dylan. It really is. It's. I don't find it particularly engaging. Paul's the best, but I'm very biased. Of course, I'd say that.
I feel like for John here on this record and even on this song specifically with the singing, I like that it shows where he's going. I like that this is kind of like working for him. You know, like he's tried on a few things here and you're figuring it out, and just the juxtaposition of the covers and writing your own stuff. I feel like everyone's coming into their own. I don't disagree that Paul's probably showing up a little bit more prepared here, or he's a little bit more mature than John in the songwriting front, but I feel like John catches up pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't know. Like whenever we look at John, there's always a bit. There's always a gimmick. Oh, I'm looking in a newspaper. I'm looking at a poster. Just write a song. Like he can't do it. And I guess there are other people out there that would wish that Paul would be able to look at a poster and write a really personal song all about him. So I do get that it's two sides of the same coin.
But then we have something like this song, and I don't know that we can celebrate this song lyrically speaking because it's pretty simplistic. You know, so we can.
Yeah, I love the first lines because I think it always matched for me, you know, what I was saying about the record at the start. Like when, when I'm walking beside her, people tell me I'm lucky. Yeah, I know I'm a lucky guy, but the way those phrases come out, it doesn't feel like he's lucky. That's how I always felt about it. And I don't know if there's not connective tissue in the lyrics here. I think like it doesn't, the singer, the narrator doesn't necessarily know what the mood is, or like I'm just left wondering, is it a happy relationship? Sometimes he says it is. Sometimes I feel like he's hiding behind lyrics where he says it is.
Well, there's two things going on there. Well, Paul's written it, right?
Yep.
So already there's a dissonance there. Paul's a happy person. Paul's a confident person. Paul's happy with himself for the most part. So he's writing from that perspective, and Lennon cannot ape that whatsoever. But not only that, Paul is in a happy relationship with Jane Asher, who I only just realized their relationship lasts way into like the late 60s. I thought they broke up like in a Rubber Soul Pepper era. They are together for a long point, and they are, you know, at this point, they are in the real high point of their relationship. Whereas John, he and Synth are now starting to like falter. And so having John go out there and sing Paul's uplifting lyric of, you know, every little thing she does for me. It's like, yeah, John, and you're still going to sack her off. So it does feel quite tragic in a way.
I like that take a lot. I think that, you know, the idea of John singing Paul's lyrics here and like that adding a different color to it is probably nailing exactly what I've been feeling about the thing, and probably some of the magic of them still collaborating at this time in a way to build songs, whether it's through writing or through recording like this one, where, yeah, we're going to put John's voice in front of Paul's.
Why did they have John sing this one, you think?
Yeah, I had a similar question. Like, so like this is written by Paul. Like, I wonder if, like, was this a like predetermined decision that John vocal is going to be the prominent one in the verse, right? Because the two of them are singing it in unison.
Right.
So like at that point, it could be a mixing decision. Like, do we put Paul's voice up? Do we put John's voice up? And then when it hits the chorus, the melody note that pops out to me is the Paul part. It's the higher part, right? Like,
so you say that there's a conspiracy theory that Paul's melody line is the one that it was written in. And in a very rare case, so Lennon normally does the higher part, even though Paul is typically known as a kind of more of a falsetto vocal. But Paul typically does, as the bass player, he'll do the bass part of the harmony. And this is like the first time they've done that since I Saw Her Standing There. So John doing the bass part really is rare. So that is the conspiracy theory that, Paul wrote this on acoustic guitar and it was every little thing, not every little. It's definitely a Paul like register, and that dissonance carries through again. But
it seems a little odd to me that like it's such a John fronted part on he's front and center for the verse, and then as soon as the chorus comes, like John's part like dips way back and Paul's part just soars over the top of it.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. It's there's a couple of Beatles songs where you can't always tell when they're harmonizing, like which one is the melody of the song. Cause like, your ear wants to hear the top line oftentimes as,
a lead or whatever.
Yeah, the lead or and then sometimes it's the lead with like they're harmonizing a third above or whatever. In this song, there's a big gap between where Paul's at and where John is at.
Here we go.
Oh,
I'm not prepared at all. Yeah.
On the bass.
Don't make me sing. I couldn't possibly sing.
but yeah, Paul's line is way up here, and then whatever. Every little thing she does for me. Yeah. Ooh. But then John's part is every little thing she does. So you end up with these big, like, where there's a whole fifth in between them. So.
Damn.
It's those big open spaces. It's not like a tight third harmony like you normally hear. But
Paul's always singing a fifth above.
It's a fifth or a fourth, depending on the interval. But like, yeah, you get these like big like. These just like big.
You should do RB plays the
open.
Beatles on guitar. Album. That sounds so good.
The album.
I want the whole album. I don't want just that. That's so. I mean, to hear it on the, isolated like that is really cool. I appreciate that.
Tommy, do you have a timpani to go bomb bomb as well?
Oh, there we go. Right.
I knew it.
When else am I going to be able to use that word? When else can I use that one? Come on.
Yeah. If this was Penny Lane, it was going to be French horn. Yeah, it's the obvious word. Yeah. Let's finish it. Off.
There's the origin story of this is coming from two different stories, where there's the notion that was written in Atlantic City, sort of with John during that break on the '64 tour, and then there's the
Andrew, wait. There's discrepancy about a specific Beatles detail. Do tell.
From
First
the
time.
Beatles themselves.
Yeah, first time.
Well, I remember every little thing was sitting down when I wrote it. No,
Let the record show he's touching his nose.
He's on a boat. Yeah.
I was going to set both you guys up for an impression right now, and I'm still am. And then there's also the notion that it was written at the Asher house while Paul is there. How do you guys think that Peter would recount Paul writing this house?
Peter Asher?
I remember Paul
being in my mother's bedroom. Mother was away for the weekend. And he just looked, he started going through the cabinets in her drawers and the wardrobe. And he looked at every little thing, even her panties. Every little thing she owned.
Damn, this is hot time.
Damn. Have we ever said panties on this podcast? I don't think so.
I hate
Not
that
that
word.
Scotty hasn't cut out.
Yeah,
I don't
cut.
think that we've gone there. But
Americans and their obsession with the word panty. Like, oh, we're going on a panty raid. Like, oh,
Yeah, we do all say that.
no American has
we
ever
all
said
say
that. You're that's
Look,
Revenge of the
if-
Nerds.
That's like,
no, look.
yeah, that's
as far
Hollywood.
as I'm aware, Porky's is set in 2025.
Yeah, exactly. So I think there's a funny angle of this where these two stories recount very different moments. There is the moment that Paul is talking about this being a moment at his girlfriend's house he's kind of moved into. And then there is this, as it's been recounted, that the Beatles have a lineup of prostitutes in Atlantic City that they're hanging out with for a couple of days. And maybe Paul and John are just whipping this out to impress them a little bit. Or maybe
Don't
Paul's
say whipping this out when you're talking about that.
maybe Paul's writing this to feel a little guilty of thinking about his lady back home and some sort of New Jersey debauchery that's going on. Maybe that reframes the context. I don't know, but
So
I find
rather than writing a swimming pool, they're writing a night with hookers. Yeah, that's not going to make Anthology 8.
No, maybe not.
Yeah.
Well, I
but
mean,
maybe when Paul gets really senile, we get all of this stuff.
Dementia Paul. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah, if I haven't reset, I want to be on the record of being like, I think this is a little bit of a sleeper tune. Like when I have hung out with it the last couple of weeks, I've been like, oh, this is kind of like a fun song. The chorus is like, it's just a little weird, right? Like the sort of timing of this tune seems just like a little weird. Am I wrong? Like the timpani, that little guitar lick, the way it comes.
We're out of the safe zone.
I didn't mean that, but like, there's just something a little like the chorus almost feels not Beatles. Like it almost feels like it could be, and maybe it is the big badum. Like it feels like it could be like a in a different world or slightly different phrasing. It could be like a girl group tune or something like that.
Yeah.
The way that hits so big,
Yeah, I definitely hear that little that. What it's also a little non-Beatlesy in that there's just like a verse and a chord. There's no middle eight, no bridge of this song.
There's a solo.
There's a
right?
solo, but the solo is over the verse. It's nothing different. And the chorus is just two chords. It goes back and forth. It's just two chords a step apart.
and Ringo is just slamming the bass on every down.
Yeah, he's 4 on the floor. Oh yeah, 8 on the floor, right?
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah,
Nothing fills me with more dread than the two words Lennon solo. But...
the
Oh,
solo
look,
is
it's
good
the
though.
melody. Oh, well done, John. It's not that you've got a lead guitarist who does something much better.
I don't know.
George's acoustic
sounds...
it's great. George's acoustic on this track is beautiful, and it's clearly him going, well, if you're not going to put the old lead, and
there's a little attitude that he throws on the chorus. Like he's not just like there's like straight like downbeats. I think he's like kind of muting it a little bit. Like
Yeah.
It's like it's driving. It's
Which
very
almost seems like a Lennon.
It does.
Rhythm
That's
part.
what surprised
very
me.
Percussive.
Is that I just assumed until I did some reading on it, I just assumed that this the 12-string was George and the acoustic was John. And it's weird that they decided to swap roles here, but I don't know that they really ventured too far out of what the Beatles would have done if they had not swapped.
we've been circling around for a few minutes about something I really want to talk about, which is the production on this tune. I mean, we've talked about the big drums that are on it that make us think the boom boom makes us think of Becker. You pointed out, like you said, the girl groups, like the early to mid 1960s American girl group thing. There's that stuff, and I have been, I think, in Blotto Beatles history, pretty pro George Martin. Becker, protesters have been outside Blotto HQ saying fire Becker for your anti-George Martin stance. They've written not a fuddy-duddy on their T-shirts. But I think George Martin missed one here in a big, big way, because Paul McCartney comes in saying this is going to be the next Beatles single, right?
Yeah.
Like, we've probably all seen that as we've been digging into this one.
I think it's going to be in the movies, in all 4 of the movies. This song,
yeah.
the recording section for this song.
Exactly. Yeah, he really
from
thought
everyone's perspective.
Yeah,
If you think a song this obscure is appearing in those movies, what reality? Like,
Yeah, they're going to be 18 hours each, I think.
I got to play Blackbird with Paul McCartney. Oh God, that's going to be about Blackbird, isn't it? Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh God, I can't wait to relearn all the basic information that we've had drip fed to us for 50 years, but with an A-list cast. I really can't.
Yeah. When Paul Mescal says it's a lot different, that's the thing.
Look, I hope that Paul McCartney gets thrown into a Gladiator arena and it's somehow a Gladiator 3 thing, but it's also Paul McCartney. That would be more interesting to me, to be honest.
So what I was just getting to is, like, I think a little more time and care. I mean, Be My Baby by the Ronettes comes out in August of 63.
Mm-hmm.
Phil Spector production is there. People know, like, that sound is there. And just the fact that they take this and they add, I'm going to freaking say it, they add the timpani drum. Okay?
Oh my God.
Wow. Tommy's got an open morning.
Yeah.
For Sam,
No,
it's already morning.
Can we
It
just
is a
start
focus.
calling them kettle drums?
Yeah, it is a focus because and now I'm in the safe zone. The timpani, brings we're in the safe zone,
Okay.
but brings us to that style of production, to that Phil Spector style of production. It's got a little, whether it's in a big room or whatever, it's got some reverb feel to it. And you're just like, man, if they had just done a little more with this production, a little more wall of sound feeling, like, listen to the solo for a second and think if this was Phil Spector strings and horns instead of this.
It's a little limp.
A little
Right
limp.
now.
That second half of it, though, like the
Panties are still on, huh?
Yeah, right here.
I'll cut it.
I think if that's strings and horns, and that's a few more people in the room doing something, and a little more time and care, this is a big tune. Like, I think someone, Sam, it might have been you, said it's just the most dashed off Beatles record, and that's why people think it's the worst. I think this is a prime example of that. Like, George Martin.
Everyone
just
talks about the
missing one.
Beatles being tired, but does anyone ever ask George Martin if he was tired?
Wow.
Tommy, I want to get back
That's
to
a children's book.
I think this song's a little too peppy.
Lads in the studio.
This song's a little peppy for that "Be My Baby" vibe, but I hear what you're saying.
It's not far off though. Like that.
No,
that
you're right.
boom,
No, I'm just
boom,
saying,
boom.
yeah.
But at the same time, they record this the same day they're doing What You're Doing, and that pretty much is a straight ripoff of that drum part. It starts with boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I know I
maybe
said-
like, so they're in the same session, and Ringo's probably like, well, I can't do that again, right?
But I'm gonna do that again.
Yeah. but
Same drum part, you're right. Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
pretty much. But like,
Oh, it's been ruined. Oh no.
but
was
Ringo
falling out of his chair.
really sneaks into this drum part. The whole first verse, there's not even a snare in it. He's just like he like sneaks in on the bass drum. You don't get a snare hit until the second verse.
Halfway. Yeah.
it's Beatles for Sale, and we don't even have him on the suitcase. Like this is serious. You're right. Although, look, George Martin may not have fully produced this song, but do you know what George Martin didn't do? Shoot a woman in the head.
He did
Allegedly.
not. I'm glad to hear this. Yeah.
And then George had so many songs. Each song was better than the last one. Wow. Great
Imagine
songs.
Al Pacino in a George Martin slick back wig.
Linda McCartney's got a big ass.
What's happening right now?
The Beatles man of 1,000 voices is with us tonight.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I think that's
young.
Paul, baby.
I can do Young now as well. I can do Young now, like, you know. Hey,
No,
John.
I think that's a solid way to put it. I feel like everyone was a little tired on Beatles for Sale, and I think it shows through. And
Was it their
in these
fourth
moments,
album
too.
in 22 months?
Yeah, I think you're
Something-
allowed to be tired. I'm not faulting it. You know, I think it's okay. I'm tired. This is episode 94.
You wonder, like, if they had stayed together and done like Beatles for Sale, like a Taylor Swift, like Beatles for Sale, the Beatles version. Like, would they have come back and given this more effort and more time on some of these originals?
What a terrible analogy, because all the Taylor's versions are inferior. Let's just.
Oh
get
wow,
that
hot
out
take.
there.
Hot
Take,
take, Sam.
what? 84-year-old Taylor Swift isn't as vibrant as 18-year-old Taylor Swift. Shock horror. Fuck me, right? Oh my gosh.
Listen, just because she's in a fake relationship with Travis Kelce,
It's
for
real
crying
love,
out-
Tommy. Real love.
The worst anthology single. Yes, you're right. It is. Yeah, it's a fitting
Oh.
comparison. Yeah.
So I think what's also super interesting about this song is that George brings it up later. For everything that we're saying here, it's in the Get Back sessions.
Yeah, they show it in the most recent Peter Jackson doc. Do you have? I can play that for you if I have it right here. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
New ones. They need something to identify with. They would if they had the album and then saw it a week after.
I've been doing Help as he goes.
I tell you which is a good one. Walking beside her.
No, Scotty. To your point, no one knows the words.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a good song.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like, I'll tell you what's a good one, and he proceeds to just butcher it.
Yeah. Love.
That's a great one. That was one of our best.
Oh, to be young again.
It's like crusty voice. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like 24. You know? Oh my goodness.
This is like
they're,
the same year that like George recommends Get Back as the lead singer. It's like, George, why are you like just being a chaotic neutral during this period? Like, what's going on?
Strong D&D pull for our. That's a good Venn diagram for Blotto Beatles listeners.
But at that point, they're kind of like, they're thinking that this is like a live, like a lot. They're gonna play in front of
live show.
a live show,
Yeah.
and they're like, we're gonna resurrect this tune.
Yeah,
Like,
in front of 1,000 Arabs.
Yeah.
Or orphans, but not like seriously hurt in a hospital, but not like seriously hurt ones, just like broken legs and stuff.
The fact that no one tells him to shut the fuck up at any point during that documentary is saintly. You've got John Lennon on smack, like not telling him to shut up. What is going on?
We've always just
He's
been raised that
nicknaming-
you guys are so polite over there that you don't ever correct each other that way. That's what we're taught as young.
Yeah, I mean, that obviously we're so polite as to write songs like "How Do You Sleep at Night?" Yeah.
Well, that's later. Yeah, so that's George saying a weird pull, I think, for George to be like, "Well, this was a good one," you know.
This was in Twickenham?
Yeah.
Twickenham.
Twickenham. I don't know.
Twickenham.
Yeah.
I
don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to laugh because Sam's laughing, but I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
I apologize.
God, you sound like a real asshole.
I don't
The
mean
twerking ham?
it. I don't actually care about the words.
Ham? Did you say twerking ham? Because that's good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, Scotty. Because we have a place in...
Octopussy, yeah.
There's a cover of this tune. Did you guys listen to this?
The Yes cover?
There's
We're crushing
one
it tonight,
cover.
guys.
There's one cover of this song.
There's one cover of this Beatles song.
And normally we have much more to cover song wise. And it's by Yes in 1969.
It's on their debut record.
It's wild. I'm going to give just a little.
It throws in the Day Tripper riff, too.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate to be Sattler and Waldorf here, but more like no.
Oh, there's a Day Tripper thing there.
Beside her, people tell me I'm lucky. Yes, I know I'm a lucky guy.
I just found this very interesting that Yes, at this point it's 69, so Yes basically has all of the Beatles catalog to cover, and they're like, we're gonna take this one on, So
the B-side of Beatles for Sale?
Yeah.
That's where we want to pull a track.
So I don't.
It's interesting,
and I feel like I do actually think that cover is pretty interesting, and I think this song isn't. I feel like it's a sleeper. It's a sleeper tune. I don't know. John sounds fantastic on it. Whatever's going on with John, he's got future John in his voice, which I always love. It's a little bit of throatiness. What did we say is going on in the upfront? I forget. Is it reverbed? Is it ADT? Is it Paul? Like, what is going on in the
it's Paul doubling John in the verse. Yeah.
In the top. In the beginning? In the first verse?
I think so.
Yes.
Right.
I think on all the verses, I think it's the two of them singing together. Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic.
So John and Paul are singing the entire song together. And then at the chorus, they split apart, and then the verse, they come back together.
All right.
No, but this is widely regarded as a John lead vocal, though. I think it's in that Paul writes it, John gets to sing lead, John gets to play lead. My Occam's razor here says that the day they recorded it, John was feeling a bit sad. And so they had to, make him interested in this record, and so they gave him both the most interesting parts, whether it was the most appropriate thing or not. That's my feeling.
The nice thing about hanging out with Sam is he's never going to start a John Lennon podcast.
I can't wait to do another episode on the 50th re-release of the Plastic Ono Band.
I mean, that's not John's fault.
Oh, the Lennon estate is...
You were much kinder about this Wings box set.
Wings box set
I can no longer
bad.
tell you what you like about the Beatles.
Excuse me. Being a real Beatles fan is hating the Beatles. Everyone knows this.
Yeah, and I think that's why you're just on this right cusp of hanging out with us. Where I'm like, yeah. I'm with you.
I get
it. Honestly, not you guys, not podcasts that I really associate with, but I cannot listen to a Beatles hagiography podcast. The people who are like, oh, everything's great. Yeah, I love this. And everything Paul did after Wings, that was all good. And it's like, what reality are you living in right now? Some of it is objectively terrible. Not like, oh, well, even Paul's worst album is still a 7 out of 10 for Yes. No, some of it is objectively bad. Get your head out your ass. People have flaws, and it's okay. It's okay that Beatles for Sale isn't as good as A Hard Day's Night and Let It Be. That's fine. We don't have to completely spaz out about it.
Sam, what's the worst Beatles song?
The worst Beatles song. I'm going to say The Long and Winding Road, but that's my personal opinion.
My pick too, actually.
I hate that song.
What's the worst Beatles song in autumn, though?
Probably Sun King.
God, I'm quick.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Anyone have anything else to say about Every Little Thing by the Beatles? ELT.
I would like to just touch on Sorry, I would like to touch on during the recording of this. Apparently, during the second session, it said that take 6 was aborted when Paul burped a vocal instead of singing it, and then take 7 was complete, but it ended in uproarious laughter. Like it sounds like they might have been I don't know, imbibing a little bit, maybe during this session. What do we think?
Paul burped a vocal.
Why else would you pick a...
I picture Barney from The Simpsons. Yeah.
Why isn't the burped vocal on Anthology 4? I want
quivering
that.
lip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get again.
I just think it's so funny that
7 material
in the 1960s. Oh, and then Paul burped. It was a jovial lark, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's how I pictured George Martin. That is how I pictured George Martin in the time.
So then I was with the lads. I was with the lads in the studio, and then Paul had a little too much CO2 in the old larynx, and it was a bit of a knees up, if you ask me.
Yeah, we had a larf. We had a good larf.
Did anyone read about how John was apparently putting loads of extra guitar fills after every phrase in this song, but then chose to take them out at a later date? To me, that's like setting up the Let It Be, Hey Jude, I'll play anything you want me to play. So in Paul's head, yeah, when I'm gonna scratch my nose for this for anyone not watching right now. Yeah, if someone writes a bunch of annoying guitar parts, they'll just choose to remove them from my song because it's the best thing to do. And that sets it up. I think this is the prequel to all of that. 100%. Scratch.
I love all these little guitar-y licks, whatever they like. I love the sound of it. It sounds different to me. Like there's just it all works on this tune. I don't know where I would slap it up to rank it, but I've enjoyed hanging out with this song.
Do you think it's time though?
I'm trying.
Is it time?
I'm trying to get us there.
Is it time to rank this one?
I think in all of this, talking about the lyrics and talking about the guitar part and talking about that ba-dum-dum drum, I just feel like this song as a sum of its parts is a little bit of a sleeper. And I think that I've come around on it. I think this past couple of weeks with it has given me a little bit more appreciation. Talking it to you folks is just giving me nothing but confusion. So I think it's probably time that are you talking ranking right now? I think that we probably should put it on the big old board of Beatles.
You're ready to put this on the big old list of Beatles songs that we're ranking as we go, Becker, from best to worst? Well, let me just run down some highlights of where we've been for you, my friend. All right? Because you might forget. It's been a little while. For a while. So currently sitting at number 1, we have Happiness is a Warm Gun from the White Album. At number 25, currently, we've got Within You, Without You from Revolver. At number 50, we've got I'm Down. That's a single. At number 75, we've got Babies in Black. That's from Beatles for Sale. At number 85, thank you, RB, for highlighting this one. That's A Taste of Honey. Everyone get in on the honey, Sam. Where are you on the honey? Thank you.
Tasting.
Last and currently least, that's Words of Love. So guys, let's talk some Beatles for Sale right now. I think right now our top Beatles for Sale is I'll Follow the Sun.
Oh, I love that song.
That is a great song, and I got to be honest, this one is not as good as that.
Right above Martha, My Dear, which I think was that
was Sam Wilde's original pick. Sam, do you think this is better than I'll Follow the Sun?
I'm just reeling from the fact that you've got the Ballad of John and Yoko higher than Tomorrow Never Knows. Like, what is this?
It's come up a lot recently, actually.
I mean,
I have problems with that.
For both within and without the podcast.
Look, when you make ranking the Beatles ranking look like a coherent musical theory, you know you're doing bad.
Sam, I asked you a question. You're refusing to answer it, sir. Answer the question. Get on the stand here. Is this better or worse than I'll Follow the Sun?
Do you want me to fight for my corner, or do you want my real opinion?
I want your real opinion.
My opinion is to fight for my corner. This needs to go higher than I'll Follow the Sun arbitrarily because I say so. So it at least needs to be number 47, or we don't end this podcast without bloodshed.
Whoa! Wow,
I'm scared.
Yeah, because I started looking down the
list.
How's
8 days a week lower?
We've got 8 days a week at 55, and we've got What You're Doing at 68.
Oh.
And we've got She's a Woman.
They recorded What You're Doing in the same session as this song.
Like, so, RB,
this is better than What You're Doing. Because
you know what? 72 wouldn't be bad. 72 wouldn't be a bad spot for it.
You want it below She's a Woman?
Yeah.
Oh, when you said higher, I thought you meant further up on the list towards number 1.
Oh, no, I did, but that was more just in character.
Oh, that was for a larf.
Just looking at your list,
it was your
the context of it.
Your staunch British humor, like I don't always get it. It's like a Faulty Towers episode. It doesn't always make sense to me. So what if we go in between Hold Me Tight and She's a Woman?
I can sleep on that.
Any arguments against?
I told you before, you can't do that.
Why, Scotty? Why can't I do that?
And I just saw the title.
All right. I think without any dissent in the vote, this is our new number 72, everybody.
All right, everyone. This
we
has been
did
fun.
It. Wow.
What a night. What a night.
That is our new number 72.
Oh, what
It's amazing that we got through this without Scotty having to make any edits.
Not one edit. Of the
and that's been an episode of Mark David Chapman.
Now we have to pause in case that part doesn't make it in the episode.
Yeah.
What's that bit? You know that bit in The Simpsons where they have a talk show and it's like a bear with the microphone on its head? I feel like it would be like that. Like Mark just starts firing into the audience every episode as well. Oh.
Do you guys think we did it?
I think we did it.
We did it. We recorded another episode of Blotto Beatles on the quest to 100. That's where we are right now. Yeah. 100 episodes is in our sights, right over the horizon. We're going to get there soon. And thank you again so much for listening. This was another episode of Blotto Beatles. Did we hit that magical mystery word, Scotty? What was it?
Timpani.
Timpani. I think, did anyone in thinking of tonight's magical mystery
Twickenham.
word think it wasn't timpani? I kind of knew it was
100%
timpani.
knew it was timpani.
I assumed it was timpani, but I wasn't going to guess.
Yeah,
Because I usually fail.
Timpani sounds like one of the prostitutes that this might have been written for.
Welcome to the stage, Timpani. That's got...
in big feather boa. Yeah.
Boom, boom.
I'm Tommy. That was Becker. We are your co-hosts. This podcast is produced, edited, and magically assembled by Scotty C. He's on the ones and twos. We have additional musical supervision and assistance from our friend and yours. That's our director of sonic strategies. That's RB. That B always stands for Beatles. Our guest, he's the man of 1,000 voices. He's the man of no edits. First take Charlie over here. That's Sam Wiles from the Paul or Nothing podcast. Sam, where
Charlie?
Where can people find you, Sam?
Oh, sorry. I'm just really first take Charlie. Give me 4 minutes.
.com.
Look, you type in Paul or Nothing or Paul McCartney podcast, or on TikTok, Sailor Sam from Birmingham, which is a very serendipitous bit of a naming there for me. But yeah, if you like my kind of esoteric, kind of irreverent sense of humor and deep dive Paul McCartney knowledge, then yeah, check out Paul or Nothing. I've just done a 15-hour series on chaos and creation in the backyard, and that's a short one. So if that gives you any kind of indication as to what the podcast is like, then yeah, you'll definitely enjoy it. Yeah.
Sam, it's always good to catch up with you, my friend. Kindred spirit, not only in Beetle, but in just having a good time and getting together for a laugh.
Oh, play that thing, yeah. That was the best thing ever when I was with it.
That is the Sam Wiles experience, everybody. Sam, we hope to have you on again at some point sooner. You know, maybe you can invite us on at some point soon.
No, I'll be glad to fill in whenever one of your proper guests drops out.
You were supposed to be on last week.
Yeah,
and
I got COVID, Sam. I got COVID.
What? You mean the fake China virus?
We're not doing that, Sam. We're not doing the Trump thing anymore. We said that.
Yeah. All right. Everyone.
Please remember, this show is performed by absolute professionals. As always, you can find us on all your socials at Blotto Beatles. And because we're professionals, we are encouraging you to enjoy Blotto Beatles responsibly. Ain't no one driving nowhere this evening. Without further ado, I got 3 words for you. We all have 3 words for you, and those 3 words, you know them, you love them. They are peace. And love.
Please alone.
When I'm with her, I'm happy. Just to know that she loves me. Yes, I know that she loves me now. There is one thing I'm sure of.